So, my name's Katie, and this is the final dance for semester 3. And in the last video, the Perfume Fire, I taught some words, and you might have noticed that the flags can get very tangled if you try to choreograph every word. And so I'm going to show you how you can do some stuff out of the Creative Worship DVD and the Creative Worship book to use also Perfume and Fire at the same time. I wondered how I was going to be able to do this without a group, because I don't have a group, and I decided to teach you some choreography that I had in my head to this really cool song. It's also called Majesty, but it's by Michael W. Smith. And that way I can teach it to you in sections, and hopefully you get a visual of how it would work and how the different things from the Creative Worship book and DVD would be applied. So for the part of this dance, I would have at the beginning flaggers, I think 3 of them, across the back at the back. And it's like a chorus. He sings Majesty, and every time they sing Majesty, I would have them do the sign for Majesty with their flags. Majesty. And then in between, they would just slightly wave, because the dancers would be dancing. And I would have different colors going on to bring out the beauty and majesty of the song and the Lord, and I love colored flags. So I'm going to use 2 for right now and let you listen to the first few moments of this song and try to get a visual of what we'd be doing.
The grace is coming just as I am, empty-handed God. We're singing, we're singing, forever,
For each time they sing, they would just wave back and forth. Here we go.
we're singing majesty, majesty.
You guys got the song.
Grace is coming just as I am.
And they would do that throughout the entire song, except for the very end. And when they get to the end, I'll show you the choreography I would have them do for that. So that would be in the background. In the foreground, I would have them, so they would just be keeping time with the music for the most part with an accent on Majesty. And in the foreground, I would like to have 4 dancers. 1 center, 1 to each side, and then the one in the back, not directly behind, but they would need to be off center so that they could be seen. And the reason I want to do this is this simple song repeats several times. And so then I would have the first time, the first little stanza, dancer here would do a choreographed part that, I've got to get the words. Your grace has found me just as I am, empty-handed and alive in your hands. And so I would probably do some specific choreography for that, that this dancer would lead for that part, and the other 3 dancers would follow. And then on the next stanza, forever I am changed, I would have them turn another direction. Forever I am changed, and this dancer that's right here, they would be following her. And then on the Majesty, sing Majesty while the flags are doing their thing, I would have a specific choreography, kind of always the same, of Majesty, and have all the dancers flowing together in unison. Or I might even have them come in a group, closer group for that one little part, to do the Majesty part, while the flags are doing that, and accenting them. If they're spread out like this, and then they flow in together and all do Majesty and move in unison, it would add a lot of flavor to it. And then on the next one, your Southern dancer, and it would have to be real powerful movement because they are facing the back. I mean, the back is facing the audience. That is one of the most powerful positions you can have. And then you'd have your right side. So you will have done north, south, east, and west in these 4 stanzas in between. And at the end, I would have them, it goes for 2 more stanzas. And so what I would want to do is they come back in unison to do Majesty again. And then on the 5th one, I plan to have them all free dance, spontaneous type choreography. Pretty much fill in the space and do their thing. And then on the very last section, I would want the dancers without the flags to move into the background and let the dancers with the flags come up and do their spontaneous choreography. The music doesn't end with Majesty. It just ends with the last stanza. What was I going to thinking? Oh, and I had wanted to do some choreographed movement to the scripture that goes with this. Did I write the scripture down? It's Psalm 145:5. I will meditate on the spectacular wonders of God's mighty hand, or something like that. I didn't write it down. But that is his inspiration for this song. And so I would have probably the very beginning of the song done in a monologue to the scripture. And that way, I have a completely choreographed dance with 7 or 8 dancers, and I have really had some continuity and flow to it, with certain parts repetitive, and used a whole lot of the creative worship DVD and book ideas that are in there. And I don't think I'm going to try to dance it because it's just me and it would be strange. Unless you want me to, I'll do it on part 2.